One of my favorite things to talk about is failure. And I know that's kind of a negative, it's sort of a down note to bring up. But I like to talk about it because I think that anyone who puts themselves out there in some way, in the pursuit of some dream or some goal, is going to fail. All successful people, if you look at their stories, have failed countless times. And I think that if you want to stand on a stage, whatever that might mean for you, in front of an audience, whoever that might be for you, you're going to risk rejection. You're going to take a chance that you will fail, that you will seriously not be good enough in that moment when you needed to be. And I like to talk about failure because not only is it a reality just in general, but it's a major part of my life. As somebody who speaks to students, as somebody who does comedy, I fail all the time. And I like to talk about it and be as honest as I can about it because I did it today. Today I failed hard. I bombed. Standing in an auditorium in front of a couple hundred 9th and 10th grade students, I just couldn't connect. I just didn't say things that resonated. I could just see that they weren't relating, and it was tough. I stood up there and I just thought, man, like I've done this 150, 175 times now. You start to think you know what it's going to look like every time, even when it's something as impossible to control as public speaking. And then there you are, failing. But that's what's so interesting is that because I've failed a number of times in my life, my relationship to failure has really changed. And so in the beginning when I failed, it was just like this crushing, like punch in the stomach, this shot to my ego. And I would just go get in bed and just try to pretend it never happened. Just try to write off that whole moment. But now, when I fail, my mind immediately starts breaking it down into these little decisions that I made that need to be tweaked. And by making those small changes, I could make the whole thing better. So instead of making it this like very negative, huge experience, I make it these small opportunities to grow in what I do. And I'm not claiming that. Like that's what my mind does because failure just doesn't hurt like it used to. It's weird to say this, but I honestly think there is no better classroom than failure. Because when you fail, all you're really doing is finding out all the ways that you could actually improve. And man, that's exactly what it is. You're standing up there going, I wish I could be better, but you get to remind yourself that I'm gonna be better next time I do this because of everything I learned this time when I failed.